My name is Mayu, and today I'm going to talk about something that happened to me when I was a kid. My dad passed away when I was little, so my mom raised me all by herself. Seeing my mom constantly working, I always knew that we weren't a rich family. I was jealous of the after-school activities and lessons that the other kids around me would go to. But I never told my mom because I knew we couldn't afford it. Instead, I got into dancing in my living room. There were so many lessons and so much music on YouTube for free, so that I would watch those or dance to anime theme songs and come up with my own moves. I had a lot of fun doing that by myself. And I would catch my mom watching me dance with a smile on her face. So I was content with not being able to go to dance lessons. One day, we did dance in PE, and I was so impressed by how the kids who took dance lessons moved. After class, I couldn't help but talk to the best dancer in the class. Erna, you were so good. How can I learn to be a good dancer like you? Of course I'm good at dancing. My mom is a professional and has been a backup dancer for a ton of musicians in America. Your mom teaches you? That's so cool. I think I'm just a natural. Oh, to answer your question, I don't think you have what it takes to be a good dancer. What? Why? Because you're poor. Does that matter? Duh, you don't have a dad, right? You need money to take dance lessons and for the gear and to perform. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know if I could take lessons, but... See? So I can't really do anything to help you. Besides, when it comes to talent and how we live, we're just different. I stumbled home in a state of shock from my conversation with Erna. When I got home, I jammed out to my favorite song to lift my mood so my mom wouldn't see me sad and get worried. Even though I knew I wasn't good, it was still something I'd love to do. I'm home. Hi, Mom. Practicing your moves again? You really do love to dance. Yeah, it's so fun. Suddenly, my mom looked like she remembered something important and took out a flyer. They were handing these out, and I was wondering if you were interested. What? The flyer was for a new dance school that opened. You really love to dance, and you're good at it, so why don't you try some lessons? When I looked close at the flyer, I saw that it was $70 a month. But I heard it's expensive to dance, so what are you doing worrying about money? Sweetie, I'm sorry, you don't have to worry about that. Do what you want to do. Really? Of course. I would love to see you perform. Thank you, Mom. I'll help out around the house as much as possible. I was able to start taking the dance lessons I wanted to do so badly. The lessons were once a week for an hour. There were about 10 students in the class, and we would memorize moves to the songs the teacher chose. I was able to learn a lot of the fundamental techniques. I practiced every day at home and got good enough to dance to any song. One day, the dance teacher talked to my mom. Mayu is doing great in class. She has a lot of potential. Unfortunately, since we're still in a new school, we aren't at the level to compete, but if you're interested, I could introduce you to a school that does. Wow, thank you. You hear that, Mayu? What do you want to do? I would love that! My dance teacher reached out to the other school right then and there. She had actually gone to that school when she was younger, so she was in close contact with them. I started to go to the new school the next week. I'm so happy! I get to dance more and get better! I went to my new dance lesson in a great mood, but when I got there, someone unexpected was there. Erna? Mayu? To my surprise, Erna's mom was a dance teacher at the school. What's a poor girl like you doing here? I start lessons today. Why, fire. Only good dancers come here. The teacher at my old dance school sent me up here. Is she blind? Erina was so mad about me being there that she glared at me the whole time. I was determined to keep up with the class, not just because of Erina, but because I knew how hard my mom had worked to let me take those dance lessons. Looking good, Mayu? Keep it up. Thanks. She thinks she's all that. Erina's mom was an amazing person. Since she had trained with professionals internationally, she was a skillful dancer and came with creative choreography. The lessons weren't only about copying her dances. She would regularly give us chances to come up with our own dances and perform them, which was very different from what I was doing at the other school. A lot of the other kids hated those lessons, but those were my favorite ones. Since I had always made up my own dances at home, I thought that it was fun to come up with them rather than, being difficult. Erina's mom would always compliment me on my creativity. Erina and her friends saw me as their rival and didn't like me. But it didn't bother me because I became good friends with the other kids. I really only cared about getting better at dancing, so I continued taking lessons for about a year. All right, everyone, it's time to find out what position you'll be in. This dance school participated in a big dance competition once a year. Every student was involved. If you were so good, you'd be placed in the middle. It was basically a way to see how good of a dancer you are. I had been able to be in the competition last year because it happened right before I joined the school. This was my first big performance. I listened nervously as she announced the positions. In the center, we have Erina, obviously. Center left will be Mayu. I was so shocked. I thought I misheard her. Come on, Mayu, get into your position. Are you sure? Yeah, Mom, are you sure? Why does she get to be next to me? It's her first year here. You're right that Mayu is new here, but she's put in a lot of hard work and made a lot of progress. She deserves it. But Mom! Since when did you get good enough to question my decisions? I'm in charge here. Yes, Mom. Can't believe it. I did it. I'm dancing the second best position. When I told my mom about the competition, she was so happy for me. She cried a little. It's amazing, sweetie. I'm gonna give it my all. The dance competition had different categories, so I decided to compete in the solo dance category as well as the team category. I had back-to-back lessons because the practice for the solo dance was right after the practice for the team dance. There was also time for free practice, so I was spending a lot more time in the studio. Any of the free time I had outside of school, eating, and sleeping was dedicated to dancing. The costumes did cost some money since we all had to wear the same thing, but my mom had put aside money for it. So she was able to get it for me just like everyone else. Thank you, Mom. Hey, poor girl, you better step down. My friend was supposed to be in the position that you're in. Erina would pick on me from time to time, but most of the time I was so in the zone that I wouldn't hear anything she said. The big day finally came. You all practiced so hard for this. Now go out there and have fun. All right, here I go. Girls, you know what to do. Roger that! This was my first big competition, and my mom was out in the audience watching me. Something went wrong. The song started, and we all danced just like we had practiced, and with big smiles on our faces. Our school usually took first place every year. So the audience was excited to see us, cheering us on and clapping to the beat. I was getting tired, but I pushed myself to do the moves as the song was starting to finish. When Erina's minions did something different from what we had practiced and bumped into me, making me nearly fall over. anything but that. I managed to recover and find a way back to the music and the choreography. You're kidding me! With a big smile on my face, I finished out the performance as if nothing happened. You messed up the dance on purpose just now, didn't you? No, those two bumped into me on purpose. I don't want to hear your excuses. If we don't win, just know that it's all your fault. I knew that Erina was the one behind this, but I didn't have time to think about that too much because the solo dance category was about to start. Why didn't you two make her fall? We tried to, but she's better than we thought. Yeah. Ugh, I've already gone through so much trouble to make her mess up, so that she would get kicked out of the school. Are you still gonna go through with it? Duh, I already have a plan. After the team dance category was over, there was a short break before the solo dance category. The solo dances didn't really count for anything officially. They were more like little performances while the judges finalized the team scores. Since the solo dances were voluntary, the kids who did perform were really good. It was my turn to get on stage. Kamayu! Alright, time to do it. I got on stage, and to my delight, my body started moving along to the music on its own. The audience even started clapping to the beat. Dancing is so fun! I can't seem to find the light switch for the bathroom. Could this be it?
Don't touch that!
I heard a scrambling sound from above that wasn't coming from the music. When I looked up, oh no! Mayu! For some reason, the curtain was coming down.
Let go the switch!
Huh? This is the light switch for the bathroom, right?
Hey, you on stage! Step back!
The curtains closed in the middle of my dance. What's happening?
This little girl flicked the switch and made the curtains close.
So sorry, Mommy, it was an accident. An accident? I was still on stage processing what had just happened when Erina ran to my side crying. I'm so sorry, Mayu. Are you okay? Are you hurt? She did that all on purpose, and she's acting like this? She wants me to quit the school that badly? Between having my dance interrupted and how angry I was at Erina, I was at a loss for words. Mayu, I'm so sorry. I wish there was more time so we could finish your dance. Erina, we're going to talk about this when we get home. Yeah, whatever, Mom. I couldn't take it anymore. I had enough. My mom was so excited to see my performance. You're gonna pay for messing it up. We ended up placing in third. No one pointed fingers or blamed me for the results. Except for Erina. Kept on going around saying that we didn't get first because I messed up. Mom, do you have the video of the competition? Of course. Thank you. Can I borrow your computer? Sure, but what are you going to do with it? I just want to check something. I watched the footage of our dance on the computer. I looked for the part where I had gotten bumped into, but Erina's friends had done it in a spot that was hard to see from the audience. So I asked a friend of mine for some help. 2 days later, here comes the competition ruiner. Erina was looking at me with a mean smile at her face. You better take responsibility for what you did and quit dancing. You should take a look at this first. Huh? What's this? It's a video that caught what happened at the competition. What? Make sure you do your warm-ups. Excuse me, could you take a look at this? A video from the competition? Mom, don't watch it! I ignored Erina and played the video again. Erina's mom's face got redder and redder. I knew something was off seeing Mayu off balance, but to think that it was you girls who did it. What were you thinking? It's not what it looks like! Erina told us to do it. Erina! That's not true, right, Mayu? Because we're friends, right? There's no point trying to hide it now, Erna. What you did didn't just hurt me, but it also affected everyone and the work they've put in. I hope you feel sorry for what you did. Come with me, Missy. No! Erna's friends admitted that she had been behind the curtain incident as well after that. Her mom was furious at her, and she was kicked out of the dance school. I'm kicked out? I'm your daughter, and I'm the center! This school has no space for people who are willing to take others down for their own gain. Now you have to deal with what you did. But Mom! After that, Erna stopped giving me trouble even when I saw her at school. After a few months, I believed that Erna had realized what she did was wrong. So I talked to her mom and told her that I wasn't angry what happened anymore. She was happy to go back to dance school, which I was happy about because she really did like to dance. She was really nice after she came back. We actually became friends. I don't dance anymore, but between you and me, dancing made me strong, which helps me here. There are a lot of things in life that don't happen no matter how much you try, but I think the act of trying is really admirable. I think that if there's something you really care about, putting in your best effort is important, no matter what. There are probably some people like that around you.